Okay, so welcome to the course, Linux Command Line 101. Just going to move some the Zoom bar if I can. Yes, good. Um, yes, this material here is where you will find the content of the workshop Command Line, Linux Command Line 101. We have some documentation about Linux at some of the HPC centers where you can find some more information. And there's also some documentation from software carpentry. As you saw, the prerequisite is you need access to a Linux system, and it doesn't really matter where. You can use your own computer or any other computer, including at any HPC centers you may have access at. If you didn't have access, then you could get access through this course from Tetralit, and I emailed those information about it. And there's a get started guide for NSC there. So the idea with this course is to give a short, comprehensive introduction to the Linux operating system, and it's meant for people who have no previous knowledge about Linux. So there will first be some motivation. What is Linux? Why should I use it? And then you'll learn about the command line interface, which is maybe what you are usually thinking of when you're thinking of Linux. And then we'll look at how to navigate and modify the file tree and the commands ls, mkdir, cd, and move in particular. And then editors on the Linux system. We will go to pipes, sorting, and filters, and look a bit about redirection and pipes there. Then something about patterns, finding patterns in files when you're looking for files. Very brief intro to scripting, and then we'll give some hints and tricks. There will be lectures and type-alongs, and there are also a few exercises where you can try things out. We have an evaluation form. We'll look into that later, but we have given this course a few times now, and we're still developing it. So if you needed to use Tetralit, there is some information here that you can look at about how to use that system. But I am going to assume that you already managed to log in and look at that. So there is an important info page for the course. It has various info about the course project and login for Tetralit, etc. If you're not using Tetralit, then I think you already have the information you need. There's a Q&A page. That page I think you should open because we are recording these lectures, and that means that if you are saying anything during the lecture, you may get recorded, and I may or may not be able to cut it out. So write questions here in the Q&A document, and then we will answer them later. That also means that you can read what answers we give to other people. Okay, then we get to the schedule. First, we have the welcome and syllabus. That's what we are doing now. And after that, we go to the motivation of why to use Linux, and Rebecca will take over there. Then I come back and talk about the command line and about navigating the file system. Then Rebecca again will talk about modifying the file tree. We will have a short break of 15 minutes, and Sahar will take over and talk about editors and piping and filters. Then Pedro will talk about finding patterns in files and scripting, where after Joachim will give you some handy hints and tricks to how to use the Linux system more efficiently, maybe, or things that can help you in your daily work on Linux systems, and then a summary. So let's get started with the preparations. In order to type along and do exercises, you should prepare your course environment now. So if you are using a system, you should log into it. If you're using your own computer, then start a shell, a terminal like I have here, and then create a directory to work in. You could, for instance, call it intro Linux, or you can call it what you want to. I'm going to create such a directory now. I already had one, so I am going to remove my directory. And then create it. Then I will go into it. There are some commands here that we have not explained yet, and we will do so very shortly. So right now, just use them in order to set up your environment for the course. So first, you did mkdir intro Linux. That creates a directory, and then you change dir into this directory. If you are on Tetralit, you don't need to do this. You can just use it in the home directory because the files are not that big. We are now going to download the exercises. We do that by copying this line here. Mark it, copy it, and then I paste it. And I got that file here. That's called exercises.tar.gset. So I'm going to extract them. It is a tar ball, and that is I should give it some flags. XVF exercises tar gset. A tar ball is just a way of gluing all the files together, and then I have also compressed them with gzip. So this command here will first do a g-unzip, and then it will unglue these files. So it unpacked all these files. I'm going into the directory, and here I have files. Okay. So let's just take one more minute while people get this set up. So follow these commands here in preparations. And let's make sure everyone has that done before we move on to the motivation. So one more minute for that.